Rain touched the old porch light, like heaven forgot this town tonight. A boy once waited by that door, but he don't wait anymore. He was 5 with untied shoes, holding crayons colored blue. Every night he'd ask his dad, "Will Mama come back home again?" Daddy smiled but looked away, worked 2 jobs through every day, burned his hands and broke his back, trying to fill what love still lacked. The mailbox stayed forever dry, birthdays passed without goodbye. One small bike, one empty chair, a little boy learning pain was fair. He kept her picture near his bed, even when the colors bled. A child can't forgive the rain until it floods his heart with pain. And she came back too late, with trembling hands at the gate. Said, "Baby, I was young and scared, but scars don't vanish 'cause you cared." 20 years can turn love cold. A broken child grows up old. He looked at her through silent eyes, like someone staring at a stranger's life. And she cried his name in vain, but he wasn't hers again. At 16 he stopped asking why, stopped believing every lie, learned how silence fills a room better than false hope ever could. He played guitar in parking lots, sang about the things he lost. Every lyric tasted dark, like whiskey poured inside his heart. Girls would ask about his mom, he'd laugh and change the conversation. But every Christmas hurt the same, a hidden wound without a name. Then one October afternoon, a black car stopped beneath the moon. A woman stepped out dressed in white, like guilt had kept her up all night. Gray in her hair, fear in her eyes, years of regret she couldn't hide. She whispered softly, barely breathing, "Is my little boy still sleeping?" But he came out a different man, callous heart and shaking hands. No little child ran to her arms, no miracle erased the scars. He said, "You missed my first school fight, my graduation every night. Dad was there through every storm. Where were you when we were poor?" You don't get to disappear, then return when life gets clear. And the cold wind cut the air, like God himself stood silent there. She fell crying on her knees, begging heaven, begging please. Said she thought she'd ruin his life, so she ran away that night. She built another family farm, drove expensive foreign cars, but every smile felt incomplete, like dancing barefoot on concrete. Because money cannot buy back time, and guilt survives where loved ones die. Now she came back far too late to a him places home. He opened the old wooden door, the same one from years before. For 1 second she saw that boy, the child she abandoned for the world. But then he softly shook his head, and with tired eyes he said, I forgave you long ago, but forgiveness ain't the same as love. And she stood there in the rain, holding 20 years of pain, watching her own son walk away, like sunset fading into gray. No screaming words, no grand goodbye, just two strangers under midnight sky. Some wounds heal, some never do, and sometimes sorry arrives too late for truth. The porch light flickered one last time. A mother lost, a son survived, and somewhere deep beyond the storm, a little 5-year-old still waits by